You ever felt that one scene, Puella Magi Madoka Magica, just stopped your heart for a second? Like the world itself held its breath? Imagine discovering that the girl everyone thought was the stoic, time-bending protector, Homura Akemi, has a secret so dark it rewrites everything we thought we knew about the entire series. I'm about to pull that veil back, and trust me, once you hear it, you'll never watch that midnight battle the same way again. First, let's set the stage. The series drops into a seemingly ordinary middle school, but beneath the cherry blossoms lies a world where magical girls sell their souls for a single wish. We meet Madoka, Sieka, Mami, and the enigmatic transfer student, Homura. From the moment she appears in episode 1, Homura is a mystery, wrapped in a school uniform, cold, distant, always watching, always a step ahead. Fans fell in love with her quiet determination, her fierce protectiveness over Madoka, and that iconic scene where she freezes time with a single trembling hand. We cheered when she finally revealed her true power in episode 10, thinking we finally understood her sacrifice. But what if the real sacrifice began long before she ever set foot in that school? Here's the secret that's been hiding in plain sight. Homura isn't just a time loop survivor, she's the very embodiment of a cursed timeline, a living paradox created by the series' own writer, Gen Rowabuchi, to explore the horror of endless repetition. In episode 12, when the witch labyrinth collapses, you'll notice a faint, almost imperceptible flicker in the background at broken clock stuck at 12:00, the exact moment Homura first made her wish. That tiny detail isn't a mistake. It's a visual cue that every loop resets at the same heartbeat, and that heartbeat belongs to Homura's own soul, which is being slowly consumed by the witch's grief. In the manga's Rebellion spin-off, the author even confirms that Homura's time loop ability is a cursed contract with the law of cycles, a metaphysical rule that drains a user's humanity each reset. The anime subtly hints at this when, in episode 8, Homura's eyes flash a deep violet and exact shade that appears on the witch core in episode 6, linking her directly to the very evil she fights. The moment she whispers, "I'll protect you" to Madoka, she's not just promising safety, she's sealing a pact that will eventually turn her into the very monster she despises. Now let's dig deeper into why this matters. The series director Akiyuki Shinbo once said in a 2012 interview with Animage that Homura's eternal loop is a metaphor for the pain of holding onto a single impossible love. He explained that every time Homura resets, she loses a fragment of herself or memories, her emotions, even her name. That's why in episode 9, when she looks at the scar on her wrist, the camera lingers on the faint, glowing scar tissue that never fully heals. It's not just a scar, it's a visual representation of every memory she's forced to forget, a scar that bleeds each time the timeline rewrites. Fans who compare the anime to the manga will notice a crucial difference in the manga. Homura's loop is explicitly tied to a memory-eating witch named Kuka, but the anime leaves it ambiguous, forcing us to read between the lines and feel the dread of an unseen predator gnawing at her soul. The deeper lore gets even richer when you consider the symbolism of the hourglass that appears in episode 1-3. The sand never seems to run out, yet each grain is a memory Homura loses. In the original storyboard, the hourglass was meant to be a literal heart, beating in sync with Homura's own. The production notes leaked by the studio's art director reveal that the animators painted each grain with a different shade of red to represent the blood of every timeline she's lived. That's why in the final battle, when Homura's hair turns from black to a deep bruised violet, it's not just a power-up, it's a visual echo of every timeline's death, a tragic crown of sorrow she wears willingly. Fans have long debated why Homura's final form in the Rebellion movie feels both triumphant and terrifying. The answer lies in the hidden script notes where Robuchi wrote, "She becomes a witch not because she wants to, but because love, when twisted by endless loss, becomes a weapon." This line, tucked away in the DVD commentary, explains why her ultimate transformation isn't betrayal, but a heartbreaking culmination of every loop's weight. The anime's ending, where she shatters the law of cycles, is not just a plot twist, it's a desperate scream that love, when forced to repeat forever, can become the most terrifying monster of all. So why does this secret hit us so hard? Because Homura's darkness isn't just a plot device, it's a mirror to our own fears of being stuck, watching the same heartbreak over and over, hoping the next loop will finally bring peace. It forces us to ask, how far would we go for the one we love? The series makes us feel the crushing weight of a love that refuses to die, even if it means becoming the very thing we fear. That emotional punch is why fans still cry during the final scene, why we replay episode after episode, hoping to catch that one extra frame that tells us Homura's heart is still beating, even if it's beating for a witch. So here's the question that's been burning in my mind. If Homura's endless loops are a curse born from love, would you sacrifice your own humanity to save a single friend, even if it meant becoming the monster you swore to destroy? Drop your thoughts below and let's unravel this tragedy together.